Hello, friends. Hey, guys, how's everyone doing today? Hello, hello. Super excited to have you here today. So, this is our first customer appreciation event. And I didn't see what you called this. Okay, cool. This is our first customer appreciation event. We are super, super excited to have you here. So yeah, Debbie, your second device, make sure you have that one all the way turned down. Hi, guys. Everybody say hi to my friend, Miss Debbie. Are you messaging Heather? Hello, my friends. Come on in and say hi. Tell us where you're from and which company you are with. Hello, Miss Molly. How are you, my friend? Oh, good. It did go on the Facebook page.
Yeah, I saw that. I've connected the ManyChat thing. Messages now.
And Porter will send you that link here in just a second for you to share.
Yep.
All right, you guys. Hi, Miss Molly. How are you? In Maryland. I was just in Maryland. I've been in I literally just got home from DC a couple hours ago. Literally. We spent a couple days in DC and a couple days in Philly. It was amazing. It was so, so good. Hi, Janet. How are you? Hello, my friends. Come on in and say hi. How's everyone doing? Are you Epicure, Molly? I love that. Hey, Miss Jennifer. Hey, Miss Kelly. Hello, hello. How's everyone? Hi, Josie. Oh, you're welcome, Josie. Josie saying thank you for doing afternoon live. There's my girl, Heather.
I really struggled to get on the computer. Like I'm on my phone, but I couldn't get
couldn't get the computer to work. I know it's weird. This Be Live TV thing, it's really fun, but it is kind of hard to know which one is going to work best for people sometimes. So, Miss Heather.
Yes.
Sorry, give me just 1 second. Porter is going to send you the link to the live. And if you have people in a Facebook group for 31 gifts that you want to share this with, go ahead and do that.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. Welcome, my friends, Heather and Debbie. And let me put on here. Is 31 hyphenated?
Yes.
We are going to be having so much fun, you guys. Hello, Crystal. I'm used to saying good morning. Hey, Karen. How's everyone doing? Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Becky. Closet Creations. Miss Cheryl, how are you? Hi, guys. Hey, Gwen. Come on in. How we doing, my friends? And Heather, you're probably going to want to back up just a little bit.
Okay.
There we go. Then I can see your whole face, love.
I'm trying to look because it felt like I was so far away. Then I could, like on mine, it was showing everything. So I'm trying to figure out what's the best angle. I've never done this on a phone. Like I always do it on my computer. So.
Do you see us on the Facebook page?
I can put it on if you want me to.
So you can put that on your other device. Just make sure you have it turned all the way down. Hi, guys. Leslie, how are you? Hey, Gwen. And do we still have it hooked up when they say the keyword that they can sign up for free? Okay. All right. So a couple fun things. Okay. So we are doing a couple types of customer appreciation events this month. One of the things I wanted to do was to take the opportunity to review some of your Facebook pages and give you some ideas, give you some feedback, all sorts of things that hopefully will help some of you. And so that's the first thing. And then we're also going to have some Zoom calls where you can come and ask me questions. Okay. So the way that you get on our list of being one of those potential people is you're going to say !Queen, like you see down below. Do we also have their pages on, like, can you fix that real quick? We'll share their Facebook pages with you. Debbie and Heather's Facebook pages are so cute. So I'll be sharing screen. You'll see some stuff that they're doing. I'm going to give them some ideas. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Make sure you tell us where you're from and which company you are with. Hello, Stephanie and Crystal and Evelyn. Hey, Carrie. Hi, Bond. Is it Bondi? Bondi, Miss Train. Hello, hello. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Sonia. How are we all doing? All right. So I have my friend, Miss Debbie with Creative Memories, and I have my friend Heather with 31 Gifts. And I'm going to be sharing their Facebook pages. You guys, this is going to be really fun because I have a variety of ideas to share with them. And I just literally landed a couple hours ago in Seattle. I've been in DC and Philly for the last week. Oh my goodness. Who is from there? Been there? So much history. Feeling so grateful for my country and the people who've made huge sacrifices for us for the last couple hundred years. Wow. Anyway, just feeling extremely grateful. We've got Pam with LuLaRoe in the house. Oh, paparazzi and a nail salon, Wendy. I love that. Hello, hello. Ursula, how are you? So all you got to do is do !Queen, and then it says, what's the button if they want to sign up? Hang on a second. Porter's going to put their pages in there. Okay. All right. Debbie, Porter's doing a little bit on the back end. Let me have you introduce yourself real quick. Now, one of the things, Heather, well, both of you, just so you know, I'm going to be like sharing screen, and it's going to make it really small. So I will like have one of you not on the screen for a minute while I'm sharing screen, and then I'll bring you back on. Okay. So like, we're not banishing you or anything. Just so you know. Okay. All right. Debbie. So Debbie's with Creative Memories, and she was just telling me some of her good news and good things she's had happening with her business in the last year. Yes, I had the best time, Karen. Thank you so much. Hey, Tina, girl, how are you? So Debbie is with Creative Memories. Debbie, tell us a little bit about yourself. First of all, tell us where you're from.
Sure. Okay, I'm originally from Ohio, and that was the Buckeye State, of course, and
love it.
Very cold weather, and I moved down to Florida after I graduated from college, and it wasn't, I shouldn't say, but it was for about 40 years ago. And
wow.
I've been down to Orlando, Florida ever since that. And yes, it gets hot in the summertime, but you know what? I'll take it over that cold weather. And I got started, and like I said, I've been down here for quite a few years, and I do love it most of the time, except when it's a hurricane.
Yeah,
I got started with Creative Memories when I was teaching middle school. And I actually just retired from teaching 2 years ago. That was 36 years teaching. And along with that, I worked my Creative Memories business. So this is actually, I'm just celebrating my 29 years with Creative Memories.
That's amazing.
So I started because I knew that, you know what, if I want to do this, I better, to afford it, I better go ahead and become a consultant advisor. And,
That just
and
sounds nice.
I worked alongside my business, my teaching job for all those years. And then 2 years ago when I retired, I said, you know what, I'm going to focus on this. And I have seen the business really change a lot. It's a lot more fun when I'm not having that full-time job.
Right, for sure. I can appreciate that. Do you have, okay, so what have you scrapbooked most? Do you have children? Do you travel, pets? What are you mostly scrapbooked?
Generally, well, you know, like when my kids were growing up, I have 2 daughters and they're adult age now. I mean, one's over 30 and one's almost 30. And used to do 2 albums at a time with them. Or, you know, I would keep up with it. I would do one for the older one for the younger one, but I would do that at the same time. I actually have about 70 or 80 albums that I've completed.
Wow.
Because they grew up on it, they still like the traditional. And we do have digital too. And I do a little bit of both. You know, times change and I can, you know, do a combination of that. Since I retired and I travel a little more, I like doing cruise albums. And then I do a lot of gift albums too. Birthdays.
That's so awesome.
And baby showers and that type of thing. So I've kind of, you know, you can pretty much do anything. Heritage albums. One that's very special to me is a 9/11 album that I did. My brother was a commander of Coast Guard ship in New York Harbor during 9/11, and I got these pictures that are very historical. And
wow,
you can do history albums, travel albums, but you know what's nice is you can look back at those. And I looked at my albums I did almost 30 years ago, and you know what? They still look beautiful. The outer section is a little bit, you know, worn because people have turned pages, but the inside is still, you know, beautiful. So I really, you know, have this passion of saving those memories, and it's fun to look back and relive some of those. Not the 9/11 to relive that, of course, but like the cruise albums and the travel albums.
Yeah.
You know, so.
That's so fun. That was actually my first direct sales company after I have kids. My kids were 2 and 2 weeks old when I signed up, but I was close to my heart. But I had scrapbooked even before I had started with the company. So I love that. Okay, y'all got to tell us how many of you are scrappers. And if you're scrappers, what kind of things have you scrapped? And digital scrapbooks count too. So if you're like, you know, if you like any of those other things that are less like cut and paste, that's 100% okay. Even if you're just printing off the 100 pictures you shared on Facebook, like, okay, anything that like preserves those memories is good. So I love that. So everybody give Deb a big welcome. Okay. And and if you're just joining us, make sure you tell us where you're from, which company you're with, and do !Queen to get all sorts of goodies and free ideas and whatnot today. Okay. Lisa's a scrapper. Evelyn's saying hi to Mr. Porter. All right. Miss Heather. I don't know why that turned off. Heather's with 31 guests. Heather, tell us where you're from.
Okay, so before I do that, like Debbie, you and I have such big connections. First of all, my son's room is completely Buckeyes. Like he's a division.
Oh, wow.
I'm also a middle school teacher. I am a librarian in the middle school, and I was in the ELA. And I love Orlando. I'd love to move to Florida someday. I'm actually going to be there next summer. For 31, did their have a Disney trip planned, and that's our incentive trip for next year, and I've already earned it, so I will be there. So I would love to be able to catch up maybe and have lunch, because I'm going to go a few days early. So we have a lot in common. And I do love to have a lot of creative memory stuff I haven't scrapbooked in a long time just because I don't have a lot of time, but I do have some that I used to do, especially when my kids were little, for that, but I've kind of fallen out of that. All right. So that's my connection with Debbie. I've given you all of that. I am from the beautiful Lake of the Ozarks here in Missouri. We have one of the largest man-made lakes in the United States. It's cool. The place to be. I couldn't imagine living anywhere else. I love that we have 4 seasons here, although I like that snow becomes such a small part of our 4 seasons, because I like it days. And that's the 2 days that I'm off of school. So yeah. so I'm from Missouri.
Awesome.
What else?
How long have you been with 31 Gifts?
So actually, I've only been with 31 Gifts a little over a year. So I started last March or April. And so I'm closing in about 16 months, I guess. And
Nice.
I am a director, and I have a team of 27 underneath me. And
Wow.
I have a pretty decent Facebook group, but I don't know that I'm using it effectively. There's about 812 people there, but my page, this is so new to me. I'm struggling with that. So I'm super excited to get help from you, Michelle.
Okay, cool. You know what, love, can you, I'm not sure for Facebook friends, either me or the business page, can you send me your Facebook group link? I'm going to join it and look at that, because I've looked at your page, and I mean, part of it just is the fact that you don't have as many people on your page as you do your group. In fact, you haven't even hit 100 followers yet. So that's part of the issue there, right? So go ahead and send me that link, because I have a feeling I have, how do I say it? Like, the stuff you're doing in your group is probably good for the page too. So yeah, we'll talk about some ideas about getting some people moved over from your group to your business page. Are most of the people in your group people that have been like to parties with you?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Like,
are you doing virtual parties or in-person parties?
I do. I've done a few in-person parties, but mainly I do virtual parties. Like, actually tonight, I usually do mega parties type thing. So like 7:30 tonight, I have 5 hostesses that I'll have a party with and go from. Yeah.
Very cool. Okay. And how much are each of you averaging a month in sales?
I did 9,800 last month.
Nice. Good job. And Debbie, how about you?
As far as sales for last month, 20.
Even on average in the last couple months.
I'm sorry, say that again, the algorithms?
Average in the last couple months.
As far as, gosh,
just average monthly, like give or take $300.
I would say average monthly. So let's see.
Well, you told me you hit like 30,000. So it sounds like you're averaging around 2,500 to 3,000.
Yeah, that'd be about right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Not an exact number. Don't want to stretch you out there. Awesome. So Wendy Bartlett is going to want some ideas from you on an idea for a 62 years of marriage book. Can you even imagine how old were they when they got married to have 62 years of marriage? That's pretty amazing. So Wendy's going to want to chat with you. Okay. All right. I love this. I love 4 seasons too. Okay. And it's really funny, y'all, because when I started my first direct sales company, I was in the Midwest. I was in North Dakota. A lot of scrappers in North Dakota and Minnesota, y'all. Okay. So yeah, it was like, it's pretty funny. Okay. Awesome. So we are going to, let's see here. Okay. I'm going to go join your Facebook group. And so then you can accept my request.
I don't think I have to accept you.
You usually have to accept everyone, I think.
I don't. I don't have it set up.
Your settings set that you've joined there. Okay, cool. All right, so I am going to start with Miss Debbie's page. So, Miss Heather, I'm going to pop you down for a minute. Okay, don't go away. All right. And everybody welcome Miss Heather. Everybody tell Miss Heather welcome. Hey, I'm curious, how many of you have a 31 gifts bag? Comment 31 if you guys have a 31 gifts bag. Okay, so I'm going to share Miss Debbie's page here. So welcome everybody. This is our, we are doing customer appreciation events. Okay. And so what we wanted to do is take a couple people that just were interested in getting some ideas on their business page, and you guys still can sign up for this. We're going to have both lives like this where I'm like sharing and we're live, and we're going to do some Zoom calls also. So if you comment !Queen and then click the button, what does it say?
Thankful coaching.
Thankful coaching. You just answer the questions and sign up, and we'll let you know what we have coming up next. Patty Long's like, I got lots of 31 guests. It's an awesome company. Okay, so I'm going to try to scooch this over. Let me see if, no, that's not helpful. Let me see what happens if we move some things around. Trying to make this so people can actually see it. Thought that would make that big, but it didn't. Okay, let's go back to this. Okay, so I am going to zoom this in the best I can. All right, so I would love to know from all of you, how many of you have a Facebook business page and how many likes or followers are on that? Okay. All right, so tell me how many, tell me your Facebook page, how many followers you have on your page if you have one, okay? So, all right, let's just talk a little bit about the difference between groups and pages. One of the things with pages is because it's 100% public, I feel like pages are really good for finding both new customers and following up with past customers. And so I love pages because I feel like it does double duty. Groups I feel like are awesome for repeat sales. Whereas Facebook pages, you can boost, run some ads, sometimes get in front of people easier with, anyway, there's just pros and cons to both. And honestly, I just got to tell you, okay, what I feel really strongly about is that when you hear somebody say, oh, you should definitely do a page or you should definitely do a group, you need to ask them why, okay? And if they're like, well, this worked for me, okay, but what were your goals? What kind of content are you posting? How often are you like, you need to ask questions when people give you advice about you should or shouldn't do something, okay? And one of the things I got to tell you that I am adamant about doing is if I ever tell you there's something you shouldn't do, or I would recommend you, consider not doing this, I will always tell you what to do instead. Okay. So if you have people who are telling you don't do this, and then you get kind of paranoid and you're like, well, they said not to do this. First of all, I want to know why. Okay. So if somebody tells you that, ask them why. And 2, ask them, what should I do instead? Because some people come to me, well, I've heard I shouldn't do this. And I'm like, okay, but what did they tell you to do instead? Or anyway, so don't just, there's a lot of Facebook rumors, I would call them. You want to get solid advice that they give you a background as to why you are doing something. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. And so let's just take a look at her Facebook page. She's got about 400 followers. Do you have a Facebook group too, Debbie? Just out of curiosity.
As far as you have a VIP as well. So.
Yeah, you have a VIP group as well?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So, So let's look at some of these things. I'm going to be telling you about some things that I really like that Debbie's doing, and then I'm going to give her a few ideas, and hopefully some of you will relate to it. You guys are welcome to answer questions. Just know I can't look at what I'm doing and read your question at the same time. A lot of times you'll see Porter, that he'll reply as my business page. He's my assistant. Everyone say hi to Porter.
Hi, everyone.
And I will also, Porter will write down questions and I will try to come back to him. Or if you didn't hear that I answered it, you can always type it out again. Please don't feel bad if I missed it or anything. Just type it again when I'm like not talking as much, or when you see a lull, it would make sense. Okay. Okay. So Debbie's got this great Facebook page. So one of the things I definitely see, Debbie, that you're so good at doing is adding emojis. Okay. I love how it tells a story, and the fact that this is creative memories and you're using that camera. And isn't it kind of sad? Like, what do they say now? When we were kids, you said, you pretend to take a picture or talk on the phone, right? That's not what kids do with their hands anymore, right? They're holding the phone anyway. So funny things that we don't consider changing so fast. Just so fast. Okay. So you've got some really great hashtags in here. Join us at our Creating Memories Customer Appreciation Holiday Open the House. Why should you be there? Freebies, crafting inspiration, hanging out their fellow. We got see more at our Inspiration Open House. Have the chance to stop by, chat with fellow creative memory keepers. Oh, that's cute. And enjoy a day of crafting and fun. Our combination open house and free crop event offers special gifts. Okay. Okay, so one of the things I would do on this, Debbie, so you posted this 6 hours ago. Okay. This is a cute image here. And you have got some pictures here. So this must be like gifts you're going to give away, right? That must be a drawing and friends together. I definitely want to hang out with Miss Debbie. Okay. All right. So here's a couple of thoughts on this. One, this image, you got 3 images on here. You definitely could go into Canva and you would just do the 3 pictures and create an MP3 or MP4 or a GIF. Okay. So that could be, and that turns into a video, and Facebook likes videos. Okay. So you definitely could have done that so that it doesn't kind of cut these things off and make them small. Okay. So that's one little idea that you could do there. The other thing that I'm a big proponent of, okay, because this is essentially an announcement, kind of an announcement / invitation. Okay. And one of the things I like to do is to be careful how much information I give, because I want to dangle a carrot and create curiosity and give them a reason to want more information. Okay. And so set that one aside, the hashtag thing. So Porter's going to take notes for me. Okay. All right. And so you have this creative memory customer appreciation holiday open house. Okay. So the first sentence could have been a little bit more how many of you love a good, no, it kind of depends on which one you think would draw more attention. And because this is, what's the date on this event, my friend? Can you hear me, Debbie?
Yes,
what's the date on this event, sweetie?
The date, I'm sorry, I'm pulling this up here, just a minute here.
I don't actually see the
there's actually different dates, and if you look in the comments, then I had created an event invite there. So it's an open house that I have spread over 2 weekends.
Oh, okay. So you may want to put this event link actually up in this text here. Because I wouldn't have known to look in the comments to find that link. Just as a thought. Okay. And the dates are here. Okay. So that could be one of the carrots that you dangle. Okay. Is oh my goodness, girls, who is in the need of who's in the need of a crop night? Okay. I've got 3. I don't know how many you do. I'm going to say it's 3. I have 3 awesome dates coming up. To get the dates and all the info for this free cropping event, comment scrap below, or comment your name below, or comment, or you can make it fun. You say, comment something like, it could be it will make people think too much. I was gonna say, it could be your next memory you want to scrap, but I have a feeling they'll overthink that and they'll get less comments. So you want to give them a reason to comment. Like you want to dangle something out, but to get all the info, you need to comment this thing. Okay. And so what we call that is a call to comment. Okay. Call to comment. So CTC. So everybody comment CTC. If you're taking notes, you guys, this is one of the biggest things that will really make a big difference in your algorithms on no matter where you're doing things, if it's a group, a Facebook page, or your profile. Okay. A call to comment is very, very, very powerful. Okay. And so this is an event. Okay. We'll go to the event in just a second. We'll take a quick look at that and then make this visual actually a slideshow or something where instead of having separate pictures where they see the whole thing, it could be either more of like a collage thing, or it could be like an MP4 or a GIF with that. Okay. And it's just some ideas. It's not like I came to this and I thought this is, oh, this isn't good. I'm just giving you, I like to call them opportunities. Here are some opportunities for getting a little bit more. Okay. So I just want you to know that. It's not like I thought that was terrible. Okay. All right. So what is your favorite fall scent? Cinnamon or pumpkin spice? Okay. Now look at this. So first of all, I like how this is stacked because pumpkin spice probably would have came over here, but spice would have been down here. So I like that you stacked these. Now you could have put like the red little candy, the little white and red one next to cinnamon, and then the pumpkin next to pumpkin in theory. Also, this could have had an A or a B because I try to make them one button responses. And when you put a 1 or a 2 or an A or a B, that makes it so they only have to click on one button. Okay. So that's some other things you could do there. Okay. Oh, I like to mix the apple pie wax and the pumpkin roll. It's so yummy. Ah, I like that. Cinnamon and clove. Yum to both. Cinnamon. Okay. And so, what's your favorite? There we go. So you've got a good question here. What's your favorite dish to create with cinnamon? You could also ask, hey, so I'm curious, when you have these fall scents, are you, is that from cooking? Is it from a candle? Is it from wax? You could ask that next level question. And I see that you have responded to pretty much almost all of them very timely. That's awesome, you guys. If you don't already know, you want to reply to comments, especially in the first hour that you post it. You want to reply to as many as possible in that first hour. Then you can take little 4-hour breaks and come back and bulk reply in 4 hours. But you're doing a really good job with replying to those. Okay. All right. So let's look here. Do you have your creative memories wish list in place? Start your wish list. Okay. So let's think about, okay, so Debbie, go like this. We're going to put our question queen crowns on. Okay, girlfriend? Put your crown on, Debbie. Come on, girl. Put your crown on. We're putting our crowns on. See your fingers. Get your crown on. Put your crown on, Debbie. There we go. Okay, so let's think about this for a second. So one of the things I like to avoid is starting with the word do, okay? Because that's going to be a yes/no question, right? So do you have your creative memories wish list in place? So what you might want to do to switch this up a little bit is, hey, I'm curious. Would you be more likely to want to get creative memories for yourself as a gift or give it as a gift? Okay. And so that way you kind of identifying from people like what their thoughts are. Are they more like, I need my husband or my kids to have a wish list for me? Or are they thinking about who they're buying from? Okay. And that gives you an A/B option instead of this rhetorical yes/no question, which most people don't actually say anything about. Right. Okay. Just so you know, Facebook doesn't like YouTube. Okay. So this video, is there any chance this video is on Facebook on the Creative Memories Facebook page?
Yes, it did. And I noticed that too, that when you do put those on there, they don't, you don't get it. And I was just trying to, I put it on there just because of my open house to try to,
Yeah.
that
So
was the idea.
grab the one off of Facebook instead. And if you can, technically download it and upload it as your own video instead of sharing it from the actual Creative Memories homepage.
Okay.
All right. Awesome. Get your choice of exclusive bundle free with qualifying orders. So that was you're just updating your banner, right? Okay. So here is one of the things about just scrapbooking and crafting in general. Okay. Now I want to know what you guys sell that things could be sold in kits, or things can be like you need multiple things to like get the big, to get a big wow, right? Like if your Norwex, having a cloth is great, but having a cloth, the laundry detergent, the paste, and the mop is way more fun, right? Okay. If you are unique, having lipstick, contouring, all the things makes it a bigger thing. So same thing with these, right? You could just have a piece of paper that just, had a certain theme on it and you slap your pictures on it, or you can have the accessories and, the stuff that tells the story. The hard thing about that is then the images, right? Having it so it's visually stimulating. So the one thing with this is that these images, you've got your little gnomes or elves or whatever you call those. You've got the candles and you've got more of a Christmas village thing. These are teeny, teeny, tiny when you put all three of them on one thing like this. And plus, like, you didn't maximize, you could maximize the space a little bit more. So again, this is one of those things where you throw it into Canva and you go in there and you do what's called animate it. And it will make it so it goes like an MP4 or I'm saying that right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or a GIF. Okay. So I would make those as big as possible and not try putting all three on one. Okay. And so you've got this. Okay. Now this could be also an announcement post where this is a slideshow and you're like, oh my gosh, girls, who wants to know? Comment your name below if you want to know how to get one of these for free. Okay. You guys, this works brilliantly. My gal, Kathy Riddle, that is with Chocolate Church. She does this on her business page all the time. And so she's just like, hey, who wants the details on how to get one of these for free? Comment your name below. And it can absolutely blow up. It's kind of amazing. Okay. So don't give all the details ever. Never, ever, ever give all the details. Okay. Make them comment their name, their state, their initials, their favorite color, their favorite holiday, their, do you do Christmas decorations in November, December? Like, make them say something to get all the details, because you have no idea who saw this or who to follow up with now. Now, you still have plenty of time to repost it again and try it with the comments. It's not like it's lost, right? But that's something that you want to absolutely try doing. Okay. So look at that. And if you're not knowing how to do that in Canva, how many of you know how to make an MP4 or GIF in Canva? Okay. It's probably easier to say, who needs to know how to make a video in Canva, comment video? Okay. Josie, what kind of device are you using with your Canva? Yeah, there are, is it Speechify? Man, yeah, poor Canva. So Porter uses Canva with an app on his computer. I use Canva directly on my computer from the website. I disengaged my Speechify. Those that have Speechify,
there's a couple of Chrome extensions that it messes with.
Yeah, there's some Chrome extensions that Canva, oh my goodness, Porter and I yeah, we're like, what is going on with this poor website? And the Chrome extensions. And so Porter reached out to Canva. They were so nice. They got back to him really quickly. And they're like, if you have one of these Chrome extensions, it's not working right. So use the app instead. So yeah, I would highly suggest you download the app because
it works great too. Like it, yeah.
Porter loves it.
Are exactly the same. And it even opens up the projects in different tabs and stuff. So there's some kind of cool things about it.
Porter's saying he's really, yeah. So anyway, Speechify. Okay. So Porter knows why I'm laughing. Okay. Porter and I are much better auditory learners we're just not strong readers. Okay. We both have some dyslexia. And so we like to listen to things instead of read every single word. And so he is in college. And so he has a lot of his stuff read to him instead of having to read every word. He's still getting the information in his brain. So like most of my kids have Speechify on their computers because of that, because guess what? We don't all learn the same way. So anyway, so that's what Speechify is.
Mom. Huh? So thanks for those genetics.
Yeah, that would be my fault. My genetics, my kids have, I don't know. I'm really, really good at math. I think very fast in my head about math. I'm so not a normal girl. Yeah, but that's okay. I like not being normal. It works for me. Okay, so yeah. Try the app actually on your computer and it won't mess with the extensions. So yeah. Okay, we're off track here just a little bit. I'm going to show, I'm going to go over just a couple more posts for Miss Debbie, and then we'll show you a little bit about Canva, and then we'll bring Heather back in. Okay, you guys, are you having fun? Hope you're having fun. Okay. I feel like there was one more thing here, though. Okay, so when people tell you, yes, they want to know all the details, Debbie, one of the things you want to do, so like if I came in here and I commented Michelle, and then what I would have you do is message me with all the details and the links and say, look, the last day to get this is on this date, whatever it may be. Okay, let's say it's November 12th. So if I see you haven't placed an order on November 11th, I'm going to message you and remind you so you get in on this, unless you tell me no, thank you. So I always tell them an opt out instead of an opt in, just like this is what I'm going to do, because they will tell me no, thank you if they don't want me to, but they won't say yes, they do. They'll just assume I will. Okay. And then you come back and you reply to my comment and say, Michelle, go check your messenger. I sent all the information there. Because if you put all the information in the reply to my comment, then somebody else can read it and they don't have to comment their name themselves. So you want to do that. Okay. Diana, it's always recorded, my friend. Okay. All right. So this one kind of cracked me up. I was looking at your Facebook page and I saw this one. How many days a week do you express gratitude? And I am not going to lie. I thought, I don't think very many people would answer this question. And then I looked and she had a lot of comments. She has 19 comments. I was like, shut up. Okay, one thing I have to tell you about asking engagement questions on your any place, doesn't matter if your profile, business page, or group. It is like jokes for a comedian. Have you ever listened to somebody's joke and somebody gets a big laugh and somebody, another joke doesn't get a big laugh, right? And they probably thought all of them were good. And yet one crowd will think it's funny, another crowd won't. You just never know what's going to work. I do have basic rules, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how many days a week, multiple choice, comment one word. Like there's some guidelines I give you. Make it easy to answer the brain. Don't make them think about it too hard. All sorts of things like that. But I was so pleasantly surprised. I didn't know that a lot of people would comment on this, and you did. You had lots of fun comments on here. Like it was really kind of sweet, some of the things people said. And how cool, because that even kind of feeds into what kind of memories people might preserve. Like, I just thought it was really cool how well that was received. So try things. You just kind of never know what will work. Just a couple thoughts though, Debbie. Do you see how many days a week, you get to express? You've got a lot of characters on the top line, and then it's about half as wide on the second line. So I might break this up into 3 lines. So here's something you guys need to know that is so interesting. So especially because when we're looking at Facebook, right? When we're looking at Facebook, come on, scroll, right? We're scrolling up and down with our eyes, right? Where a book, we're scrolling across, okay? Unless you're reading a book unless it's more of a newspaper. Sometimes people get so their eyes can scan the whole newspaper line. That's why they would make them skinny rows, right? But we're scanning up and down. So if they have to stop and they see a sentence, then they have to scan their eyes this way when they're used to going this way. What you want to do is break that up into 3 narrow lines, or even make almost like a pyramid, upside down pyramid. So how many days a week? Enter. Do you express? Enter gratitude. And that would have made a little like inverted pyramid with a little bit longer line, a shorter line, and a short line. And then people can just scan it and they don't have to scan all the way across. Okay. Also, I love an emoji at the very first of it when it's how many days a week. I usually like put the little calendar emoji when it's that question. And those, like I said, these aren't, oh my gosh, what's wrong with these? These are just like, hey, here's a couple other things that you could do to change this up, right? Thank you, Kimberly. I appreciate that. Okay. So you've got some really fun stuff on here. The one thing I would say, let's look at this one, for example, that, so we've got about 3 days worth here. You are selling scrapbook stuff, right? And so I definitely would be having a few more wows on here, just like here are things you've made, here are things other people have made, especially with these kits that are going to be for free. You definitely want to start showing some wow stuff that people make with those. Is it bundle? Yeah, it's a bundle. Okay. So watch for those kind of things. And we were talking about, Debbie and I started talking about this before we started the live, doing reels where it's like you would scan over with your phone a little video of here are all the items I'm going to use to make my pages. And then you do another video of the finished project and you just put them together. And for these, a lot of them would be Christmas music or something about snow, right? And super, super simple. And you can explain it. Your face can be in it or not in it. Or you can have both videos recorded and then you do the green screen where you have the video and then you're talking about see this and see this and see that. Oh, that's cool. You're going to love that. You're going to love that. Look at this finished project. Especially because they're wide and we have this narrow, you could be here and the pages like where I'm at and the pages would be like where you're at. And you could be explaining them. So that would be a really fun reel. I hate when I say that. An extremely fun reel to do that kind of thing. So put more visually stimulating things on here because women are very visually stimulated, right? So do some reels like that. That will help you find new people too. Okay. And I see you've got a cute reel here. Very fun. Okay. One of the things I would definitely do on this one with your covers is make sure. Now, have you done our AI class yet, Debbie? Have you started working with ChatGPT at all?
Say that again.
Have you done our AI, our artificial intelligence, or ChatGPT class?
Yes.
Okay. So you've got these different covers. I would go into ChatGPT, explain the name, what size it is, and like what are some of the reasons people would do a book. What kind of themed book would be great for this cover? So like the gnomes, right? That could be a hiking one. That could be one for little kids. That could be, there's going to be like a list of 20, 25 different cool ideas, right? The snow, the village one, that might be for me. Like we go to a place called Leavenworth in Washington. I could totally see myself putting in there every year our pictures at Leavenworth, and it just be a Leavenworth book that just keeps getting added to every year, right? So make sure you're giving people ideas, sparking their, oh yeah, we do that. That'd be so cool to put in that, right? Okay. Orange. Oh, the candles. Oh, and those are going to go with some of those kits, right? So fun. So fun. Oh my gosh. Okay. So do you kind of see where I'm going with this? Add a little bit more what we call added value. Give more ideas for people. Okay. And spark their curiosity. But then so like if you had some idea, let's say you were focusing just on this one, what are your holiday Christmas light traditions? Like, do you go drive around neighborhoods? Is there a specific place you go to see them? And then another day you could be asking about like how many lights do you put on your house? You make it kind of funny. Are you the Christmas vacation guy? Are you I barely do a line on the, when you say the trim around the roof, you can kind of make it funny. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, Josephine, hashtag things. So hashtags, here's the thing with hashtags. Okay. Hashtags were a very Instagram thing, and Facebook does use them some. So if you go to anybody's post that has hashtags.
Sorry, real quick. Do you know if she's talking about hashtags or like hashtag comment? The update where you.
Have you missed? Is this your master?
No.
Okay, why don't you clarify and then I'll explain. If you're doing hashtags anytime you do hashtags and they light up blue like this, what it is like if I click on this hashtag creative memories, anybody who's done a post will see it shows it's been used 41,000 times, 41K here. And I can scroll through and I can see anybody that has used a hashtag creative memories in their post. Okay. And so what that does is, one, it helps you find more people who are interested in that. Two, it's a thing we call it SEO. Facebook use search engine optimization. So people who have shown interest in a specific thing, it will then show yours to people who have made those kind of comments. So there was a time where people used to say use about 30 hashtags. It's really, the recommendation now is about 5. It's one of those things that it can help. You've got to be kind of specific about it. And you have to think more about what people's needs are versus just what it is you're showing. And so there's a little bit of strategy to it. And yeah, there's some fun things that you can do there. Okay. All right. Debbie, what was the most helpful idea or something you hadn't thought of, or was a good reminder? What did you like that we chatted about? What was your biggest aha moment, Debbie?
I'm sorry, what was my what?
What was your biggest aha moment?
Oh, gosh, there's a couple.
Okay.
That was like more than one. Well, what you said, though, kind of reinforced what I was seeing happening with my posts. And, as far as, taking something and sharing it directly, about Facebook not liking that. So I've got to make the changes for that. And then also your suggestion with the Canva, with, how you put those graphics out there. So, and it's exactly what I have, but if I go back and look between this and my VIP page, you're exactly right on where I'm getting people commenting on stuff and versus not. And I really noticed that today too, as like, because I know sometimes the time you post things also has something to do with it, but I do see a pattern. So exactly what you said is true. So
awesome.
I need to make some changes on there.
And they're just little changes that can make a big difference. The cool thing about that hashtag, or what was I just saying? The cool thing about adding that call to comment on those posts, they're never going to get as many as your fun ones, right? When you say like pumpkin spice or cinnamon, those are always going to get more than who wants to know about a special. Like, that's just because everybody, you know, not everybody wants to know, right? But everybody can talk about candles or scents. So we never expect to get as many, but even getting like 2 to 4 comments can quadruple the number of people that post get shown to, right? The more people get shown to, the more likely you are to find out who is interested in it. So when you post it and it doesn't go very far because it gets 0 comments, then it's almost a waste of your time to even do it, right? Which is like, nobody wants to feel like they wasted their time. That's a terrible feeling, right? And it's not that the image is bad. It's not like you didn't put effort into it. You put emojis. But if you don't get any comments, it will pretty much die. So something for everyone to note. Okay. I'm going to show them the Canva thing really quick. I'm going to put you both down to try to make it a little bit bigger. Don't go anywhere though. Okay. Don't go anywhere. Sorry, Heather. Give me just 1 second. Okay, let me share screen one more time, because quite a few of you said the word video. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. All right, so let's look at Canva real quick. Porter, do you have my affiliate link for Canva?
Yeah.
Okay. Porter made that. Now I'm just going to make it super, super simple. I'm just going to make it square. So I'm going to start with Instagram post. Okay, so I'm going to make this super, super simple. Instagram post. Whoops, I thought I was sharing screen. Dun, dun, dun. Let me drag this over. And share this tab instead. Okay, I will do my best to make this as big as possible. Stupid thing is when you make this bigger, so weird, does that. Okay, this is really easy, you guys. Super easy, okay? I'm just going to click on add page. I'm going to have a total of 3 pages. You can have as many as you'd like, okay? And I'm going to come to my uploads. Let me see if I have anything here that I can use. Hang on, let's see here. Okay, so I am just simply pulling some images just to fill these in. Okay, I am not just simply something that we can use. You would use your stuff, okay? Whatever your images would be. Fill these in. Okay. All right. So if y'all see, I have just 3 images in here. Okay. Just like that. All right. Now, the easiest thing you can do with this . Let's hit animate. Animate the whole thing. Okay, I'm going to hit share. And I'm going to hit download. And up here where it says PNG, I'm going to click the drop down on that. Actually, hang on. I want to do one quick thing here. Okay. I'm going to click on this first page here. So it does the oh, what on earth? The animate thing. Okay, so I'm going to click on animate right up here. I'm trying to circle it a lot. Kind of on the right-hand side towards the top, there's like a little color box, and there's a thing that says animate. And I'm going to click animate. And on the left-hand side, you have all, you can just hover over these, and it will give you all sorts of ways. Can you see how the picture, it's coming in different ways? Oh, see that one really like flipped in there. You've got this one. So they're coming in from different places. They're zooming in, they're zooming out, they're bouncing. Okay. So there's a bunch of different things you can do here. Okay, I'm going to try tumble. Okay, now look at the bottom left-hand corner. It says apply to all pages. Okay. So I'm going to click on apply to all pages. Now, 5 seconds right here. If you see, it's going to play 15 seconds up here in the top right-hand corner. I know it's probably really small, and I'm sorry, that's as big as I can get it. So it says 15 seconds, and over here it says 5 seconds. That's per frame. So I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to shorten this to 1 second, 1.5 per frame. And then it says apply to all 3 pages. And I'm going to flip this button. Okay. Now come up to the top right-hand corner. It says 4.5 seconds now. And I'm going to click on that, and that's going to show me an example of what this ends up looking like. Okay. And I can play it one more time. Just flipping them in there, and boom. Okay. And then you can just click download up here in the top right-hand corner. Okay. So that animate is your best friend, and it gives you so many ways to animate it. So many cute things you can do with it. Okay. Porter, can you double check if this is a pro or free option? Because I am not sure.
Animation?
Yeah. Okay. Are you guys liking that? Okay. All right, Miss Heather. I'm going to bring you back up, my friend. Hey, girl. Hey. Okay. All right. So you've had your Facebook group, I'm guessing, for about this whole time you've had your business. So, right? Oops. Let me unmute you. There you go. Hi, girl.
It's the crazy thing because I actually lost my original Facebook page that I had for 20 years ago. I lost it. So I actually ended up having to restart the, now I didn't have to completely restart because actually my old account and my new account was on the same Facebook thing, but it's really hard right now because like I don't have a connection with any of the people. Like if I click on all of the people that are in my Facebook group right now, that's coming, that's soon. We've had no messages between us. It's like we have no connection between each other. So it's really a struggle right now with that.
There's no, okay, say the last 2 sentences again. There's no connection. Why?
If you, whenever before when I had my old Facebook account, as soon as somebody would join my Facebook, I would they were from a party usually, so we'd already messaged back and forth in Messenger. But if they joined it and I didn't know who they were, I would immediately send them a message. There's no connection between my Facebook page now and
you mean Facebook group?
Yeah, in my Facebook group. I'm sorry, in my Facebook group now and my personal profile, there's no connection between the two for I'd say 80% of the people that are in there.
Oh, girlfriend, I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah.
Now, did you have more than one admin in your Facebook group to start with?
I was lucky enough that I did, like, so at one point in time, you know how Facebook like puts you in Facebook jail for different things. So they had put me in Facebook jail. So I added my other account, like my teacher school account on there, as an admin, because that I could still post and do things. So I was lucky enough to do that. So now I still have access to everything on there, but I completely lost the other account, the other Facebook thing. The person that stole my account immediately within 10 minutes changed the name on the account, changed the email address, changed the phone number on there. So there was nothing associated with me. Like if I type in like to recover it and say that my email address, it says there's no email address that's associated with that. If I type in my phone number, it says there's no Facebook associated with that. Like I have no way to prove or acknowledge. I can't even report it correctly because.
Oh, girlfriend, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, one thing I will say, my friends, okay, make sure you always have multiple admins that you have access to, whether it's you have another account or your husband or an upline or, luckily I have Porter. He's on all my stuff, right? So always have multiple admins, business page, Facebook group, okay? And then you may want to consider on your personal profiles, making them verified accounts. It does cost $13 a month. I don't know. I had something happen a while ago when I was trying to message them, but it wasn't letting me message. Anyway, I know it's not a perfect fix, but never only have one admin anywhere. Never, because if that goes away somehow, yeah. So, and I'm sorry, but luckily, here's the thing. Okay, one thing I'm just going to say, and then we're going to move on. Some yucky stuff can happen with Facebook sometimes. We all know that. But here's the thing. Facebook's still free. Okay. Facebook just straight out is free. And, 20 years ago when I was in the direct sales industry, I was going to places to meet people face to face. I had to get dressed, I had to find a sitter for my kids. I bought lunch, I had to drive there, right? Like, it's still dang amazing. Like, you recovering still is faster than having to, meet people from scratch. So anytime something happens, I try to always send good vibes to Facebook. I'm like, when something's not working, that coder, there's a real person trying to make it work for you. So I'm like, send them a prayer, send them good vibes instead of just yelling at Facebook and cussing it. Because I promise for the real live person behind there who's trying to make it work for you, doesn't want to hear the complaints and doesn't want it not working for you. I promise. Okay. So anyway, that kind of stuff can suck. Yeah. There's not a 100% proof way, Carol. And I'm so sorry, love. We all just have to do our very best that we can. Okay. All right. So let's talk about Miss Heather. So Heather, I had looked at your business page, but I hadn't looked at your Facebook group. So I'm going to be doing this a little bit cold here. And that's okay. And let me see what you've got in your group. Let me share screen here. Okay, let's see what Miss Heather's got. And let's move this so that the comments aren't on the stuff we're reviewing. Okay, y'all see that up to the top? Okay. So Miss Heather and Argo, who wants in a drawing for a large utility? Those strings, send me a message, a messenger, and your name gets entered. It's that easy. Okay.
And to reestablish connections between people, between my account now and my old account, because Facebook won't let me send them all messages. They shut me off.
I see what you're saying. Okay, so I have a couple different ideas. Okay, so you did this an hour ago. Did you know the comments are turned off?
No.
It shows commenting has been turned off for this post.
I wonder if Facebook did that.
I'm totally just telling you what I'm seeing. I don't know why Facebook would do that. I don't know.
Things.
Okay. So one of the things I do is try really hard to keep this positive. Okay. All right. So first of all, let's start out. So there's two main words, do and who. Do and who are words that you need to learn to eliminate from your Facebook post. Okay. Do and who are yes, no starters to questions that don't get you very much engagement. Okay. So, and this is how I would do it. And you don't want to do full sentences. Okay. So, those of you who are, very big sticklers on grammar, try to roll with me here. Okay. So, instead of who wants in on a drawing for a large utility tote, it could simply say, drawing for a large utility tote, and maybe have an emoji so it'd be on the top line. Drawing large utility tote. Okay. And then it would say, to get in on the drawing, all you need to do is send me a message. Now, one of the things I would do is say, send me a message with, okay, the state you're from, or send me a message with the hostess that we met through, or send me a message with your favorite color. Okay. So tell them what you actually want them to say is one of the things that are important to do. Okay. And then the other thing, Heather, is that what I would do in here is I would link your profile. Let me see if I can get to a Facebook account where I can. Let me see if I can show you what I mean by that.
I know how to do that.
So other people won't. So I'm going to, not everyone will know. So I'm going to just kind of show you an example so all of you kind of know what I mean by this. Okay. And I would definitely use if you have an avatar, that's definitely one I'd use on something like this. Okay. So it would say something, it would go large. Oops. Let's see. Drawing large tote, and then I would find my emojis down here, and I would find my little bags. Right, I think they're at the end of the people, aren't they? Let's see what happens when we put this one in. I feel like there's another one. Okay, we're going to put this in for now. It may not be the best option, but it'd look like this. Okay. And then I would say to enter, send me a message. And then I would put Michelle there. So then that is hyperlinked. Okay. Never use the word and, use and signs, and tell me your favorite color. Okay. So do you see how it's spotlighting what they want most? What do they want most? They want the utility tool for free. Okay. To enter, send, or this could be sent. Nope. I'm using more words than I need to. I have to really work at this because yours was a little on the wordy side. Message me and tell me your favorite color. Okay. You see how nice and short that can be and how it makes a little inverted pyramid? Okay. And then I would come in here. Where is my emoji thing? And I would throw it in.
I've heard you mention emojis a couple times. Is there a reason, does that get more engagement?
Yeah,
for that
it tells a story. Yeah, awesome. Absolutely. Yeah, the more, no, I'm not saying the more emojis, the better. You want to use them effectively. So I'm definitely not just use as many emojis as possible. But emojis are definitely a good thing visually and make people look at, you want to use them on the words that are most important. And like, it's stupid to use the yellow emoji on the yellow background because you can't see it. Okay. So do you see how that, and if you all see, if you can't see the Michelle Huss Withers, it's lit up. There's a possibility. Yeah, it still leaves Michelle lit up. They'll still click on it and it'll go to my profile. And all I have to have is my name, Michelle, in there and not the whole thing. Okay. So you guys, the way you structure call to comments or things you want them to do, you always want to put in there what's in it for them first. Okay. Make sure you focus on what's in it for them first and then put it, the rest in there. And so, and then you've got this color we definitely need to enter there. Excuse me, color at the bottom there. Okay. And you could then also use your your different Facebook fonts, and you could put some keywords in here with different Facebook fonts too. Okay. All right. So let's go back to this one here. So y'all see those little differences? Okay. Comment different if you see just those, or tweak. Let's call them tweaks. They're just little tweaks. Okay. If you those tweaks were helpful. Okay. I love this. This or that. So that's too hard to decide. That's me, Heather. I'm totally joking. Now this or that, I honestly would put A or B or C or D or the emojis. Yeah, because then when you go back to reply, you're like, was this cinnamon rolls or was that cinnamon rolls? So just have them, anyway, do that. Okay. Oh, I love your welcome post. You can always add an actual image to your welcome post, and that's kind of fun. And then, okay. Let's talk about this for a minute. This is one of my favorite. Come on, Heather, we're putting on our crowns. Ready? Put on your crown. Okay. Yeah, when you're doing your groups and you have a welcome post, guys, these people are being tagged, right? So they're going to get a major notification. Hey, your name was mentioned, right? That's always a pretty big, a notification in their thing. So here is this awesome opportunity to get a bunch of comments. I don't know why this is saying. I think this says commenting has been turned off. I don't think it will let me comment. You probably need to see if I need to be accepted to the group.
Oh.
And you know what? I think I joined as my Facebook page. Have you limited it to Facebook pages can't join the group? That might be why.
Okay, because it looks like that everybody else is commenting on everything. So
yeah, I think it said that because it's a Facebook page I joined as. I didn't really notice which one I joined as. It was just that's the one I was signed in as. Okay. You guys, when you do your welcome posts, which are so fun, and I love how Facebook makes it really easy, always add a question, you guys. Always add a question, okay? So were your 31 gifts, this could be anything from, hey, I'm curious, which closet in your house do you have the most totes in? Or what is your favorite holiday? Or how many days a week do you take lunch to? I don't know. You guys have so many different things. But you want to get to know them better. Tell me what state you're from. Tell me what your favorite color is and what your favorite holiday is. You always want to give them a chance to talk about themselves and to get to know them better. You may even be able to make some suggestions depending on what they say. Okay. So, and then also add in there. Okay. So those of you that are tagged, please introduce yourself. Please tell us these 3 things. And the rest of my, Heather, the rest of my tribe, because I love what you call that. The rest of my tribe, please welcome these gals when they comment. Okay. You want to get more comments on that. And plus you can add a photo to that when you do that. Okay. All right. 4 mystery surprise package.
So that was somebody that got received. They ordered those 4 mystery surprise packages, and that's what they got.
Oh, cool. Okay, awesome.
Her posting their items. So, and I have to those, but maybe it's a bad idea, but I like to do that to have other people post. I don't know.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I think that's a great idea. creates a community. Absolutely. Oh, nice. 150 comments and unpopular. Okay. Very cool. Like that. Very nice. Looks like you're responding to most of them. Nicely done. Okay. It has nothing to do with nice. Okay. So if you see here, this one has 159 comments, but this one has 3 comments. Okay. So let's talk about what to do when you're posting motivational stuff, inspirational stuff. It could be a quote, could be a scripture, could be all sorts of things. Okay. So you always want to say something like, hey, comment amen if you relate, or can I get an amen on this, or comment your favorite word if you're complimenting somebody that they're beautiful, or you still, here we go, Heather, we're putting our crowns on again. Adjust your crown, put it on, girlfriend. Okay. You always still have got to either have a call to comment or a question on this. Okay. Okay, receive your mystery. Oh, fun. Okay, all right. Okay, so this is something about so signing people up with the company. Okay. So one of the things I like to do on this, and so I see you don't have any comments on it. Okay, I just want to make sure it wasn't. What you want to do, instead of giving all the details, same kind of thing, you want to dangle a carrot and you want to go, girls, got to know on a scale of 1 to 5, what's your interest level in knowing about the bonus perks you get when you, or just the bonus perk, no, information and bonus perks you could get when you sign up to get your own personal discount. Okay. So scale of 1 to 5, what's your interest level in information, not signing up, not how much you could make, details, how, what's your interest level in information and getting information. Okay. That's really important, because then you can message, well, tell me more about why you say 2, tell me more about why you say 5, and then you give them the details when it's appropriate. Okay. Share one photo that made you happy. Cute. So on this, I would probably, on your happiness one, I'd probably do a selfie of yourself with something that you love, not 31 though, like a child, a dog, a food, your favorite coffee. I would do a selfie probably in that one. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So you have some, I mean, you've got good engagement in here and you're doing good sales. So with regards to your business page, okay, let me just put this down here. Okay. How many of you, whoops, I did that the wrong way. So I'm curious, those of you who are watching, how many of you feel like your VIP group does a little bit better than your Facebook business page? Okay. All right. So how many of you feel like your VIP group does a little bit better than your business page? Okay. So let's have you comment VIP if your VIP group does better than your page. If your page does better than your VIP group, comment page. Okay. So one of the things, Heather, is now you can either just keep building your Facebook group, and that's one way to do it. Okay. That is one way to do it. But there are some kind of cool things you can do with a business page. And so one thing you want to do is start having some giveaways to train people to go over there. Okay. You can also share posts from your business page into your Facebook group. And then are your page and your group connected? Like, can you post as your page in your group?
I don't think so, because I don't think I can. I think because they were created under 2 different Facebook profiles.
Oh, no, you totally can. You just, the other profile, you make it admin on your business page. You totally can. Oh yeah, you can, girl. I'm telling you, we have figured all sorts of things out.
You are you are so amazing. Like I'm in awe of all the things that you could do, and like you amaze me. Like you were.
You're too kind. Thank you, Heather. That's what you do. We just work hard to figure all sorts of weird things out, don't we, Porter? And we're insanely stubborn. We're like, oh, don't you dare tell me I can't do something. I will figure it out. Porter, no, like, this is the worst thing anyone could say to me is like, you can't do that. Like, those are fighting words, my friend. Okay. So with regards to moving people from that Facebook group over to your business page, okay, first of all, you just got to get in the habit of talking about it, okay? Just letting people know there's going to be stuff on the business page that you're not going to see here. You just start getting them over there. You are going to want to, I mean, I know this is just kind of a sad sore subject, but I would 10 a day start just adding friends of people who are in the Facebook group as your personal profile. So then you can invite them to like your business page, right? So you're just going to have to start adding them as friends slowly. And the thing is, after you do 10 a day for a week, then you can probably bump up to 15 a day, then 20 a day. It's not so much get in trouble with Facebook. You know, when Facebook gives you like a warning, it looks like you're using this in a way it wasn't intended, right? You see that. But if they're used to you doing 10 and then you do 15, they're like, that's not that big a deal. It's when you're doing 0 and you do 20, they're like, no, wait a minute. Have you been hacked? Okay. So you got to understand, it's not that you broke a rule. It's that you did something dramatically different. Okay. And that's when Facebook starts to like get a little like, with you. Okay. So that's just one thing to note. So those 800 people, get 10 to 20 a day. By the first of the year, you'll have them all as friends again. Okay. Like it sucks, but it'll be okay. And focus on the ones who bought from you the most. You're the ones that were your hostesses, and you know what I mean? Like focus on the one, just prioritize. So then you can start inviting them to like the page. Okay. So that's one thing. Now, when you've got that, okay, I want everybody listen to me carefully. So hopefully y'all got a piece of paper out because I want to explain this. This is a very cool thing to do. Okay, so Heather, on your business page, let me see if I can show you on mine a quick example. Okay, so there's a way, they do need to be Facebook friends with you. That's why you want to start working on that. And you could probably do 12 to 15 a day. Like it will come. It'll go faster than you think it will. Okay. So on your business page, you want to set up a Facebook page event. Okay. And what's really cool on Facebook page events, let me get to our latest one, is that it gives you the opportunity to invite all your Facebook, well, not necessarily all your Facebook friends, but like up to 500 to 1,000 Facebook friends, right? Because you have about 800 in your Facebook group. And so if I go to my next event, which is on Friday, okay, so let me just show you guys something so cool. Now I've got like a handful of really good tips on this in some of our trainings. Okay, so this is my event. Let me zoom it in a little bit. And you can invite. Now, my Facebook groups are connected to my business page. And so these are hosts. I've invited Facebook friends. Okay, your groups. Look, that even shows your group right there. Oh, look, this is kind of an example. Okay, this is your group right here because I belong to it. Okay, this is one of my other groups. So see these people in the group? Okay, I can go through and invite them to the event. Okay, so this event is being done on the business page. Okay. Then you invite everyone from the group to the event on the business page. And that helps to like start drawing people from the group over to the business page. Okay. And then the cool thing is, if they like the page, one, you can boost it. There's a very specific way to do that, and it's in our paid program. But you can boost the event and have it also go find more people like the people who have currently liked your page. And that will help you find new people. Okay. It is amazing what you can do. Okay. When you understand how to use Facebook events. Now you can't just set it up and then go live that day and time and do nothing in between the time you set it up and the time you go live and expect something awesome to happen, because that doesn't happen. Okay. But you definitely can have a lot of really cool things happen when you understand how to invite people, how to boost it, and how to post in it. And you want to make the event somewhere between 10 to 7 days in advance. Then you're posting and you invite. And but like I said, the boosting part, the default that Facebook gives you is not effective. You definitely want our course for learning how to boost it. Okay. So there's a lot of really cool ways to get your people over there. Events are one of my favorite. It's not the only way. You also want to do some drawings. You want to be talking about it. You want to go live and share with them. Connect the two. Like I said, there's a handful of ways that you can do that. Okay. What I mean, so Diana, I'm just saying that Heather's wanting to grow her business page. And part of growing that is you want Facebook to know who you want to attract on that business page. So you want to get your current customers to like your business page. So what I'm saying is I have a variety of ways to attract people from your Facebook group to then come over and like your business page. Hopefully that explains it better. Kimberly, that's so nice of you to say. Thank you. Okay. Josephine, what do you sell, hun? When you say, how do you do good live? Give me a little more information on what you mean by that. Lives are really good to have added value, like you're actually teaching something. So, and then the other thing, like I'm noticing, you definitely want to start doing, like Heather, you look like someone that you could be very good on camera. You're very, like you have a natural smile. Like you just, we joke, I have a resting bee face. If I'm not like, if I'm thinking, my corners of my mouth don't go up. It looks like you smile nice. And so you want to like, here's 6 different things that you might use the large utility tote for, and do a reel and speed it up. Like, let's get your face on your business page and start doing some reels over there. We have trainings on that too. So that's kind of a loaded topic, but yeah, all sorts of things you could do. So yeah, you've got just oodles and oodles potential. Okay. So go ahead and tell us what some of your aha moments were. I'm going to bring Debbie back in here real quick.
So I have to tell you, like, I was thinking, like, I think about all sorts of things. So one of the things maybe it's a question as well. I really liked turning in Canva, turning all the images into like a reel or something like that. Mm-hmm. Would you suggest that, like, so in my Facebook parties, like I have, after my live, when I do it, I have different posts about 15 different posts talking about all the different, I can't do all of that. And so some of the posts have like 15 images below, which suggest to reels and going from that, because that's what I was thinking the whole time. I was like, whoa, like that's like, maybe I could do that for those kind of things, and maybe even break it up a little bit. So I really, really liked that visual stimulation of that. So I don't know if that's how I should use it, but I was really liking that.
I think the first thought that came to my head on that question was, okay, so let's say, besides the large utility tote, give me another popular bag or container that a lot of people buy.
Well, so like all about the Benjamin's wallet is one of our really big it's a big selling item as well. And we have a ton of purses.
so let's say you did a video and it had a variety of purses or wallets, like one or the other, and you have it's called an animation basically, but you decide how you want to download it. If you want it as a GIF or you want it as MP4 or different things you can do it as. Okay. So you make that, and each slide you want to have like an A, B, or C, or maybe the name of the purse. And then you'd say, hey guys, comment your favorite purse below, and I will send you the different fabrics or different colors it comes in. So now it's creating the conversation. Do you see what I'm saying?
I like that.
And when you start a conversation, then you're more likely to sell something than them just go to the website by themselves and order, right? And so you could do that with any item, right? Whether it's the lunch bags or it's any size tote or it's any purse or any of those things. Hey, which of these are your favorite? Comment below and I'll send you the link with all the fabrics or all the colors or monogram fonts, or it could be or the different sizes it comes in, or so remember, you guys, call to comments are so important. Okay, I can't emphasize it enough. So Diana, it totally depends on your goals. So there's either a Facebook group or a Facebook page. It's not a group page, it's one or the other. Groups have members, pages have likes and followers. Okay. Any other aha moments you want to share?
So actually I've through so many different things down. I did avoid starting with the word do because I probably even in my normal everyday life. So it's something that maybe and try to work on for that. And I did like some of your wording, like, would you be more likely to purchase a utility tote for you or for a gift? And that just like you said, it just started a conversation. So just being mindful of thinking about the ways that is going to lead to a conversation rather than just, because I'm really notorious about thinking this or that, and I can like the this and that, I can do, and I can make a comment me too or something like that, but it doesn't start a conversation. So it's that mindful. But I also liked what you said at the beginning, and this wasn't anything that you were directed to, but it was something that you were talking about, how bundles can tell a story and how they can be used, which also goes back to starting a conversation. But I really liked the I think I do that a lot of times, but I also think being mindful that I've never really been mindful of it and really just thought about that part. So I think that will help me even more create whenever I'm creating different images and using Canva for those kind of things. And I like that you explained, because I've never really, you notice on my page and everything, I don't use hashtags because I always thought that they were associated with Instagram. So I was confused by why people would use them on Facebook. So I didn't know. So like you explaining that and clicking on it and showing and kind of taking that walk with us, because that's another thing that you're mindful for. So now I can click on those hashtags that I'm seeing and know where it's going to lead others. So know if that's a hashtag that I even want to use, rather than even thinking about what I want. But I like that to be more specific. I
like people to have like one hashtag that's just theirs, and you want to go to the search and see so I have question queen tips. I have a couple like that I use. So if you click on it, it will show you all of my stuff, and it's not going to show anybody else's because I know I'm the one that uses the most. So it's not like it's been used millions of times. It's not a popular hashtag, but if they clicked on that, they'll see more of my stuff. Okay. But then I want to have like small women in business, work from home moms, direct sales, because those are broader and those are people that I'm targeting. So there's two different kinds of hashtags that are good ideas to use. One that's like you, and like basically nobody else has used it, or like under 10 times, right? Like it's not a big deal. Somebody's, just off the cuff used it for something silly. And then ones that, but you want to instead of doing 31 gifts, like organizing, cold, paper or take your lunch to work, or like things that are more about needs than are like the name of the product. Okay. So yeah, those kind of things. All right.
I have one
Okay.
aha. I'm gonna let you take over.
Okay.
So the last thing is, and I thought this was ingenious, this is a gem, and I think this is a gem of the night for everybody, is if they don't already do it, posting the 3 questions with your welcome message and asking the rest of your team, your rest of your members to congratulate us and welcome them. I'm like, I'm an idiot. Why wasn't I doing that?
You're not an idiot. You're doing a lot of other things right.
What in the world? Perfect. So that's it. I'm out.
You're so cute. All right. I love that. So I wanted Debbie to share. She was telling me how much she had increased in sales in the last year and why. Debbie, do you mind sharing your good news with people? Because I thought it was so cool.
Get that again, please.
Yeah.
Debbie, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had multiple devices, and it was.
Oh no! Oh,
it was echoing,
no,
and so I'm sorry. So
no, you're fine. Okay, so you were telling me about how you had increased your sales and earned the trip in the last year, and you realized how your sales had gone up. Do you mind sharing a little bit about your success?
Yes, I just had one thing here too.
Yeah.
When we were going through and looking at the posts, if there are posts, I mean, if I call them like a dud post, should I just delete it so that it's not messing up the algorithms for the other ones, or just leave it and learn from it? Or
yeah. I joke it's like throwing away a candy bar wrapper and hoping that when you ate that candy bar, the calories doesn't count if you can't see the wrapper. Like deleting it won't help anything. So just leave it alone and just learn and just do something a little bit better the next time. So yeah, don't bother deleting things with 0 comment.
Live and learn and do better for the future. And
exactly.
I have gone back before and looked at something and said, that's not coming out right. And I have edited.
I know, I have too. But we all have.
So, and then the question I had, because I do have the group page, the page to the group. A lot of times Facebook will ask, do you want to share from one to the other? So in that case, like I'll share lives, and that seems to be good. And the reels seem to be good. But what if I have a content type item on a Creative Memories product? Is it better just to do a whole separate post instead of sharing it?
I have been testing that lately, and that happens when you are originally making it on a business page, and then they'll say, do you want to share it to your groups? And I thought, this can't be that big a deal. Like, Facebook wouldn't offer it if it was going to hurt things. And I had it shared to 3 different groups. And by dang, it killed my algorithms. And I was so mad because I was like, Facebook, why would you offer this and then hurt me because of it? And I was like, okay, well, I'm glad I tried it to tell my people. So there's nothing wrong with using the exact same question. So if you've got your scented cinnamon or, pumpkin spice, I might do it on Tuesday on my business page and then in my group on Thursday. Right. And so, no, don't share them and don't post it at the exact same time. I found I can't tell you. It's not like Facebook messaged me and went, we hate that you did that, because they don't do that, right? Like, I wish they would. Like, tell me you don't like it instead of just like something that goes well. But I did find the algorithm just really tanked when I put the exact same thing in all the same places at the same time. So I have tested it very recently and did not like the results I got. So I would, but sharing it from your business page to your groups, that doesn't seem to hurt things. And I would put the reels directly in your group. Well, no, I think I would share the reels from your business page to your group because it's public. I think I would share the reels and the lives, but make your engagement questions organic or not organic, specific to the page and specific to the group to boost the algorithms.
Okay. I did notice that when I share from the page to the group, that the page generally has more views than the group.
Mm-hmm.
The reel. Yep. So, I mean, but I noticed when Facebook does the insights, they will combine the two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I thought, oh, I had that many views. Then I realized it was because they combined both pages, or the page and the group. So.
Yep. But views are views. We like views. And you guys don't take views too literal because I always forget which is which. There's views and there's reach. And one of them is like just how many times it was actually viewed. And that could be the same person 10 times. So there's a huge difference between unique views and views. So, and I never remember if reach is how many different people and views is how many times they watch. I don't know. You guys, you can't like take that too terribly serious. Focus on, did your sales go up? That's the first thing we measure. 2, did your comments go up? And just, general, that kind of thing. And when you're doing reels and lives, did you get a few new likes? Did you get a few new viewers? That is a good reflection on, how your algorithm is doing. So views and reach, and every now and then, like I'll have somebody like, my views on live said 300 and I usually get 30. Y'all, if you weren't getting a ton new people commenting, Facebook just had a glitch that night. Okay. Like it was really fun to see the number 300, but if that happened, like your comments would explode and you wouldn't be able to read them very well. You know what I mean? So you guys, there's a couple things with Facebook that sometimes they have glitches. You just can't take too serious. What really matters is, did your sales go up? Right? So that's ultimately what you want to measure in the long run.
And just one more thing. When you comment back, there's a certain amount of words you should be commenting with, 4 to 5 words. And you comment, like if you have a question and somebody has something you want in order to keep things going.
Okay, so there is this whole, like, it's better to get 4 words comment than 1 word comment. Okay, that's not untrue, but I find that when I ask what we call a 1 button response question, right, on the scale of 1 to 10, how many days a week, and then I respond with a short sentence, or I'll have an A, B, C, D, right? So let's say it was different scents. And I'd be like, cool, tell me which room in the house you're most likely to have melts or a candle burning in. And then another question, I'll have like 4 different questions I'll ask and mix it up between those. And so those I try to have 4 to 5 words and make it a good question to reply. But sometimes if I'm just in a hurry, it's just better to like, thanks for commenting than nothing at all, right? We have our basically A, B, C, D, F levels of engagement. And you know what? Sometimes we're at a C level mode because kids were throwing up and we had a million errands to run that day. And the C is the best we can do that day, right? And then there's days that we're on our groove. Nobody's been sick. We've got plenty of time. And we have our A engagement level, right? So there's the best scenario and there's the it's better than nothing scenario, okay? And whatever your day looks like, do the best you can. A day is what I would say. Is that fair, y'all? Are your days look exact? Okay. So comment the word best if y'all get what I'm saying. All right. These are great questions, you guys. Are you writing these things down so I can do reels on these boards? Okay. All right, Debbie, do you want to share your good news, how you've gone up in sales this year? You were telling me you'd gone from the 20s to the 30,000s and earned the trip.
Oh, with what my sales have been in the past year?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically in the past year, this time last year, my sales were 24,000 personal sales. And 1 year later at 32,000. So it's an 8,000 increase. And would say that.
Wow.
So I was very happy with that increase, and social media is part of it, definitely.
That's
Putting
awesome.
myself out there.
Well,
So,
and your team's grown a lot too, right?
yep, you got it.
How much
So,
is your team grown by?
say that again, please.
How much is your team grown by?
I am just a second here. I'm
Did,
sorry.
that's okay. Didn't you say you've got 8 new team members this year?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So your team's gone up quite a bit from like 5 to
Yes.
13.
So everything, I mean, everything has just increased. I mean, I did add, I made a bunch of changes. I set that mindset of I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it different, and
Yeah.
just worked it with, kind of living it almost say 24/7, almost thinking about,
Yeah.
So.
And you took some of our classes that helped you with that, right? Which classes did you take? Do you remember?
Oh gosh, I think here. Better slim. Gosh.
Quarter right now. You probably took some things with content creation and then recruiting, right?
Yes. Yeah. So I think consistency too is just part of it.
Yeah.
Really getting to know people more, the relationships,
Yeah.
building a relationship with people. So, like I said, I think it's just all came together when I could really start focusing, and mindset, I guess.
Yeah.
Which I've heard from, some of your guests on here about having a mindset too with different things. So.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. Well, congratulations. And she's going to Mexico.
So, yeah,
Congratulations.
So I appreciate all of your tips and help. And I know I'm going to do some makeovers here with what I have.
I love it.
You can't change everything at once, but you do a little bit at a time. And like I said before, exactly what you say, you can see it. You can see it on your page.
Yeah.
And if you keep doing what you've always done, you'll never change. And that's what I had to get with my mind too, is like, you have to change what you're doing if it's not working. Like I said, Michelle, I've told other people too, I've taken not everything you've said before, but everything you've said and that I've applied, and it's worked.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I tell people that too in my group. I say, if you just do it, but you have to be consistent.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. You're not consistent. You can't do something for 2 weeks and then for 3 months, don't do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I've noticed when I look back at my numbers with things too. It's consistency.
Yep. Yeah. Love it. Heather, remind me, have you taken any classes, paid classes with us?
I have not, but I really want to do the Chat GPT. So falls, and I think I want to do that because I need to ask that. Is that the one? Well, I learned how, if I text you something, you had an automated response that always comes back to me. Is that where I would learn to do that? Is that
that's the ManyChat? That's ManyChat. That's on the business page. You use ManyChat when we message, and it auto replies.
Okay.
Yeah, that's ManyChat.
Okay. So that's what I want to learn more about that. So that's what
Interesting.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Very cool. Very, very cool. All right, friends. So if you are interested in any of our programs to help you better understand this. So first of all, make sure you've done !Queen. You clicked on the Thankful Coaching and get signed up. Like I said, we're going to have some Zoom calls. We'll have some more lives like this. You can come join us, learn some fun things. If you you see, so some of the coaching like we did right here today, these are things we do in our weekly Zoom calls with our paid clients. So we have this awesome opportunity to work with people on a weekly basis. They come, they ask questions. We help them with ideas. We look at kind of things they're doing. It's in a small group. We have some awesome 6-month coaching that does some really good stuff. Okay. So if you're interested in some of those things, go ahead and just comment MM for mastermind. Okay. Our 6-month coaching is our mastermind. It's amazing class. It's really fun. Really, really fun. So go ahead and comment MM and Porter. Actually, sorry. Just go ahead and comment hashtag link. Hashtag link. And then we can chat with you more about that. Hashtag link. That will send you the links on that. Okay. You'll see everything that's in there, and it's 6 months, and yeah, we'll follow up with you. But Heather and Miss Debbie, thank you for your 2 hours. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you so much for sharing all your good information. You are welcome, both of you, to comment and put your links in there for your business page so people can go follow you and check you out. I love the good things that you guys are doing. I'm so excited for you. You guys are doing lots right. So the things that I taught you, like I said, they're just opportunities to take it up a notch, to tweak it. And you guys were both so receptive. Thank you so much for being coachable. I know sometimes it's not fun to hear, oh man, there's something I could be doing different. But I love, like, you were excited about the things that you heard. And I'm just super excited to see what you guys do next. So thank you for joining me. Can everybody give Miss Heather and Miss Debbie a big, big thank you? They're so awesome. You guys are fabulous. Thank you, guys. I'm so glad you learned some. You guys can always share this, okay? Share this in groups with other team members, small business owners. Love for people to learn some good skills, because social media is so, it's so awesome and so valuable, but it's only so if you know how to use it. So, all right. Hey, Miss Jessica, how are you guys? All right. I know, aren't they awesome, Cheryl? Thank you for being here, Miss Evelyn. All right, my friends, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You guys were a delight to have here. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Heather.
Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate it.
You bet. No problem. Bye.